Now, the average human being in the United States stands in at about 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs about 197 pounds. This is obviously excluding the ladies, people. No girls allowed, I'm sorry. Now, this average guy probably hasn't sprinted since high school, and that makes it very difficult for them to even be in the NFL. When we look at white folks, for example, it takes about 1 in every 40,000 white human beings to make it to the NFL, and for the black folks it's a little better with 1 in 4,000. Everybody else is 1 in 100,000 million. So obviously you're asking, DeeTalk, why can't we just roll into the NFL and make a lot of money and pull the why can't we all have 8-inch? Great question, boys. That is what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna compare you to the average NFL player and see exactly how pathetic you are compared to these kings. And maybe I might even make an NBA one. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Let's get right into it. Gang.
The thing about the NFL is this. There's so many things that you have to think about as you break the huddle.
Now, I first want to start with the mental side of the game and talk about the differences between your regular life and an average NFL player. You regularly wake up in the morning doing whatever you want to do, vibing. If you have a job, you just have to wake up a couple hours earlier, get ready, and go do that job. If you're stressed here and there, you can doom scroll, do some DoorDash, chill out, all right? Read a book even, just relax. But now let's actually take a look at an NFL player's life and what they have to go through. These guys, first of all, have to prepare for a war every freaking game, y'all.
When they hit you as hard as they can and then you pop back up and they go, oh my God.
This is the equivalent of getting drafted every day. If there's a draft coming up, I know most of you are heading to Canada, Mexico, some of y'all off to China, bro. But these guys are getting drafted every freaking day. Yeah, they're getting paid millions of dollars to do it, but there is no way you can tell me it doesn't take some mental strength to come back from breaking your entire leg. Take a look at Nick Chubb, for example, guys. He came back from crazy injuries, almost back-to-back years of breaking his leg bone, and he's still going. He's still trying to play football. It takes a certain kind of mental beast to play this game. And another huge component of this is the social media aspect.
What's Tom Brady's best trait? His mental. He's able to think.
I know some of y'all gonna be like, oh man, it's cool to get the media attention all the time. It's cool to have people yap about you. Obviously, you get the ladies, you feel me? You get the endorsement deals. You make bread. You can have a YouTube channel without even doing anything. Now, that is all fun and gravy, all right? But the media has a certain way of impacting players that you as a regular fan would not even comprehend. These guys have to go through criticism game in, game out. There's a reason why LeGoat is protecting Lil Nut, coming up to Stephen A. Smith just to say, stop talking about my son. All of these things from the media impact these players in such a crazy way. Take a look at this current story with Shedeur Sanders, who is right now plummeting down the draft for doing absolutely nothing just because the media is pushing a narrative about him. Imagine being Shedeur Sanders' girl, like you got with him thinking that he's gonna be the first overall pick like 3 months ago, and now bro might actually be drafted in the 2nd round. That's just funny to look at. But taking a step away from Shedeur Sanders and the injuries and the social media, we can see the fact that players can actually die, y'all. They can die and come back. Damar Hamlin went through some of the most traumatic shit anyone would ever go through in their life, and he's still playing football. This man doesn't care. He will play football till he can't play anymore. Like, it's absolutely absurd to me how much these guys give to the game, and the more you see it, the more you can understand why they're getting paid this much money. Because football in itself is a battle. It's every game you're risking your entire life. Every game you're risking everything, and these guys do it game in, game out for our entertainment. So mentally, man, you're not them. Now, I want to take another look at the physicality of these NFL players compared to you and I, average regular folks. Now, I already talked about the height and weight, but when we look at the body fat percentage, it really does stand out. Most average people have a body fat percentage of about, I would give you guys good things and say 15 or 25. The average NFL player have a body fat percentage of about 9 to 12%. That is insane. Guys, that is almost DeeTalk level, okay? I have a body fat percentage of about 11%. Just saying. But these NFL players, they're closing in to my level. That's how crazy they are. And your 40 dash time, people, is absolutely horrendous. The average person is running a 5.5 40 to a 6-second 40. Absolutely terrible compared to your average NFL player running a 4.5. Insane. Some of these guys are hitting 4.2 like Xavier Worthy. It's just a sad comparison, just like the amount of better they are than the regular population. These guys need to be getting paid, or else if they're on the street, you're not allowed to have a girlfriend, you're not allowed to have a family, you're all gonna be homeless because they're basically better at everything than like everybody else. Their vertical is better, their bench press is better, everything is better, their dicks are bigger. Guys, damn, man, that's kind of sad, man. Damn. DK Metcalf is a huge example of this. How the hell do you grow up to be 6'3", absolutely pew to the bone of muscle? This man is literally the walking example of what every regular dude wanna be like. We have quarterbacks in the NFL benching 600 pounds. Some of our wives are 600 pounds, and God, why am I just making this video worse? I know like this video is not gonna go anywhere, bro. And one of my favorite specimen of them all, Anthony Richardson, people. This man is the complete unit on the football field. Like, absolutely crazy how this guy runs a 4.3, 4.4 40, and he's big, strong, and everything together. The NFL has the ability to bring some of the craziest athletes, the most insane people together in one place, and we should all sit there and be in awe at what we are looking at. Because when it comes to the average person and the average NFL player, the gap is like this and space. Like, y'all know this too. You're watching this video just to confirm your freaking insecurities. If you're an NFL player, you're watching this just to talk shit about us and leave comments making us feel bad about ourselves. Man. Now, I'm gonna make it even worse on us and talk about money, people, and career. Like, it's sad sometimes, you know, but it's also good to see these guys get paid for the amount of work that they're putting in, the risk that they're taking to be on the field. When you look at your average income as a regular person, you're making about 56 to 60K a year. You're working a 9 to 5, being paid for your time, you know, 40 plus years in your career, just sitting there doing some mundane tasks. If you're lucky enough, you might get a 2-week vacation. You know, it is not very encouraging, man. But then you look at the NFL player, y'all. These boys are getting paid what you will make in 16 or 17 years. They're getting paid that in 1 year, and they're getting paid that times 50. I guess the only thing that can kind of bring us together is the career length, which is 3.3, and the fact that 78% go broke after they retire. Boo-hoo, you guys aren't perfect after all, huh? Y'all got issues too. Watch my last video about something, and my last video about a very special something. Subscribe. Bye-bye. Love you. Mwah.